You know, when you take a look at this, you think to yourself, this seems a little desperate. However, after Concord, they're pretty desperate. So take a look at this. PlayStation apparently wants to know what you think about the Switch 2. You're asking yourself again, like, why does this matter? Apparently, this created some big waves. I'm not sure why. When you look back at what the Switch 2 is, it's basically the Steam Deck with, like, less stuff, you know? We discussed this on Zero One. It's a live stream we do on this channel on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. We start the show off with Tokyo Happy Hour, where we talk about Japanese culture, anime, what's going on in the politics there, like what's going on with Assassin's Creed Shadows. We talk about that stuff. But then at 9 p.m., we switch over and start talking about gaming stuff. And, this is just an absolute mess. And if you want to know like more in-depth information about what's going on with Sony, feel free to tune in on that stream. We'll talk more about it. But for right now, we've got this right here. And as you can see, it's a real deal survey. Anya Fey has some screenshots here, and we'll take a look at just what exactly is going on. So they say they want to know right off the bat, they say, what aspects of the Nintendo Switch 2 console, as announced on April 2nd, are you most interested in? And it goes like this. It says, when docked, up to 4K resolution, support for HDR, VRR, and frame rates of up to 120 frames per second. Now, again, this was announced with the HDMI information that came out shortly after the Nintendo Direct ended. So, the Joy-Con 2 controller features the magnetic attachment and the mouse capability. We saw that with the very peculiar decision to do the wheelchair game. Now, see, I don't like that because it simulates being in a wheelchair, and I was raised that you shouldn't pretend to have that affliction. I know that people don't like to call it an affliction, but, when you're in a wheelchair, and you're stuck there, that's probably not like a game you want like people who are able-bodied to be like trying to master. And for me, it's not like you can't do that. It's not like some kind of PC patrol. It just I was raised that you shouldn't try to, you know, pretend to have that affliction, to have an affliction that is wrong, that is improper, and that's all. It's just my opinion. You don't have to join in on it, but I could have thought of a million better ways to use that mouse capability than, oh yeah, we'll use it for a wheelchair video game for people who are able-bodied. Now again, if this was more like you were seeing people in the demonstration video who are in a wheelchair playing this game, that wouldn't have been a problem. We didn't see that. We just saw two hands doing this. It was implied that anybody can do this, okay? Again, my personal preference is that just hold it. It looks like 73% of you watching this aren't subscribed. Time to click that button. You know where to find it. That's really weird. That's a really weird, like, thing to lead with. Of all the things you could have done with those mouses, that's mice? What do we call them? Anyway, do you like them? Do you think they're cool? You'll have to let me know. Aside from that, do you think they're cool? Do you like them? The game chat. Do you like the idea of seeing your half-naked friend in all of his sweaty, hairy glory while you're playing Mario Kart and he's losing his absolute dookie over the fact that he can't beat you? That sounds great, right? Gonna send that out on Snapchat, put everybody in the group chat on that one, right? Anyway, connect face-to-face with a USB camera. As I said, you've got that right there where you just see your friend in all their terribly lit glory. Like, imagine that. You got, like, that blazing LED, like, screen right in your face, like, that super bright screen in the background just gonna be, like, stark black. It's gonna look like a stalker is, like, voyeur watching your game, dude. It's gonna look so bad. I can't wait, man. Like, there's a bit of lighting here to get me evenly lit, and even then, I look like I'm, like, reporting to you from a bunker somewhere, This could very, very much have an upgrade here, Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see an upgrade of this background. Anyway, did you like the high definition LCD display? Did you like the fact that you could see shit? I guess. I don't know. We'll move on to the next one. Below is a list of potential reasons to buy the Nintendo Switch 2. Is Sony doing marketing for Nintendo? If you're Nintendo today, are you like, thanks for the help, I guess? I appreciate the market research. Could you share it, maybe? I don't know. This is really weird. This is kind of like the guy you have a rivalry with going around trying to ask everybody why they like you. It's really weird. Why do you like Nintendo? Tell us why you like Nintendo. It's really weird. Anyway, please select the top 3 motivating factors for you All right, so why you'd buy one of these suckers? So you got to play an upgraded game, to play engaged, to stay engaged with the gaming community, to get the Mario Kart world. Got to get that Mario Kart world, baby. And then the new features and accessories are exciting, and seeing my friends half naked on the game video camera sounds just awesome. Upgrade to the hardware in general because you're one of those gadget people that's got to have the newest bestest thing, even though you don't need that. You just got to have it though. And then I always buy the newest things. So there you go. You got two of the same thing at the bottom, really. So that's Sony for you. Anyway, when thinking about the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2, what was your in what way rather? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I speak English. In what way has your opinion changed, if at all, about the following? So, are you feeling better about Nintendo? Are you feeling worse about Sony and vice versa? Screw the Xbox. Never heard of that guy. And don't mention the Steam Deck on your life, okay? Don't mention the Steam Deck for any reason whatsoever, all right? You will be immediately fired if you mention the Steam Deck. But yeah, between PlayStation and Nintendo, how do you feel about things? Do you think, the broader gaming market, meaning Xbox and Steam, mobile games maybe? I don't know. But it's not like there's a broader gaming market that won't fit right here on this survey thing that they're obviously padding out. I mean, that's like triple spaced. So, what do you think about the Switch 2 pre-order approach? Priority registration will be given to registrants who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership with a minimum of 12 months paid membership and a minimum of 50 total gameplay hours as of April 2nd, 2024. So, this is a bit of scalper-proof stuff, I guess. This is a bit of that, like, you're not gonna buy these right out of the gate. You're not gonna get 40 of them and hold them hostage. This is a bit of like, show your street cred, and then we'll let you have one. So I understand why Nintendo's doing this because there's a lot of scalpers out there. And again, this could be PlayStation's approach to finding out that information. This is sort of a backhanded way of asking, are you okay with scalper protection? Because they're not going to come out and just say that. But that's basically what that policy is right there, is the priority registration with the pre-orders is, do you actually play this damn thing? Or are you going to game a system and try to like make buku bucks off of this for no good goddamn reason? So you might recognize though that this is a bit familiar. Good old Shamrock here. This is Shamrock, spelt with an H, two H's rather. Double O. You want to check him out over on X. He says, I saw the survey. It reminds me of their survey before PlayStation Vita, and usually if they do a survey like that, they are about to do something really stupid. I don't know why I can't read like an article and this kind of like formal corporate shit and I just stumble all over it. I can't tell you why that happens to me. And then I get out here and I'm reading your comments and I can actually read them straight through and not like blah, 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 blah. I don't understand. I really don't. It's just corporate speak, I guess. I don't talk like a robot. I don't talk like ChatGPT, and neither do you. That's probably why. But either way, more more computer talk. Here we go. More corporate talk. So this is the Ye Olde survey, and it says, hacking a PSP makes me feel like a rebel. Hacking a PSP impresses others. The benefits of getting free PSP content outweigh any of the negatives. I hack my PSP to see if I can get away with it. I'm a sociopath. I poop in drawers. Hacking is creative and fun way to play with my PSP. It's my PSP, so I could do whatever I want with it. That's fair. That's fair. A lot of people did a lot of things with their PSPs that it was not originally designed for. That's for sure. But I won't get caught hacking my PSP. I use my PSP enough to make hacking worthwhile. Okay, well, I don't know where that one came from. I don't see anything wrong with hacking a PSP. Now we're in the morality of it. Like, it's not even like a question. It's morality. Like, would you steal a car? Would you steal a PSP's core programming? I like to outsmart the developers and manufacturers of the PSP by hacking it. These are like super villain responses. Like on a scale of 1 to, like 1 to 5. Are you prepared to commit a terrorist act? That's it's kind of what this questionnaire is like. Are you prepared to download ransomware into some hardware somewhere? Jeez. I can do more with a hacked PSP than with an unhacked PSP. Hacking the PSP is worth the legal and technical risk. Hacking a PSP is a positive technical challenge. I like to push the PSP in directions that the developers didn't intend. That's right, we're turning it into a gun. Fully automatic PSP. Let's go. Like, guys, let me know down below. Like, why would you hack a PSP, huh? Why would you? Are you going to turn it into a jet? Is it going to turn into, like, remember Soundwave when he would turn into a boombox inexplicably? And then he would be a 40-foot tall robot inexplicably? And that's just how he rolled. That was just life. Soundwave. So yeah, that whole matter transition thing. Yeah, I'm sure we could hack a PSP to do that, right? With that new quantum teleporting thing they've got through cables. We can figure it out. Let me know down in the comments below how much of a supervillain you could be with hacking your PSP. Anyway, guys, good luck out there.